Okay, so we'll solve these papers. So first of all, I'll solve this one. Okay, this was a request by one of my students, I would say. So this basically is your October 2017. Okay, paper two. It's 1, 2, right? Sorry, it's paper one. It's your paper one. So the question basically is, I'm supposed to solve this particular part. What I will do is let me just save it because I have to edit it. Just 1 second. Okay, just 1 second. I'll just open it in a PDF editor so that I can open it side by side and I can explain you the entire concept. Okay, here we go. So we need to complete the symbol table. Okay, right? So just cut this and I'll simply paste it over here. Right over here. I'll just save it. So here we go. So here we have it. The program given in part D is to be translated using a two-pass assembler. The program has been copied for you. Okay. Now, first of all, obviously, you should be aware of the fact that what is meant by single-pass assembler and what is meant by a two-pass assembler. Okay. You can please note it down. I can even type it for you. So when you talk about is a single-pass assembler, single-pass assembler. Basically, it means is single pass assembler will basically put the machine code in the instructions right away. Into the computer memory to be executed. And as far as your two pass or second pass assembler is concerned, it produces an object code program in the machine code that can be stored, or it might be loaded, executed in the later stage. So basically, obviously, a two-pass assembler provides an object or program in the machine code that can be stored, executed, or can be loaded at a later stage. But single pass obviously will put the machine code in the instructions, okay, in the instructions right away to the computer memory to be executed. So this is two pass and this is the single pass. As far as this particular case is concerned, let's talk about it. We have these labels over here. Okay. Okay. On the first pass, the assembler processes adds entries to the symbolic table. That's your symbolic table, right? I'll not make mess right now because I will do a lot of working over here. The following symbol table shows the first 5 entries. So you can see the first 5 entries partway through the first pass. The circled labels show the order in which the assembler made the entries to the Symbol table. The examiner has done most of the part for us. Complete the symbolic table. Use circular labels to show the order in which the assembler makes the entries. Pretty easy. So all we have to do here is, first of all, there's this basic concept that needs to be cleared up. Well, first of all, what you can see over here is that this is your label, right? This is one of your label. Okay, this is your label, and even this is your label. Start program and start program. That's your label. If you have over here is the end program, that's also your label. And this is also your label. So these are basically all your labels, right? So when we refer to the end program, for example, if I refer to the end program, I say jump to the end program. Okay, we are basically referring to this one over here right now. And when I refer to the start program, it means I'm referring to the start program. So see, your labels are, this is the way instructions are passed over in the assembly language. The labels are read and the instructions are passed over. And then the address, which is located within the instruction, these are then catered off. So then obviously you should know is that you have over here is your sequence number. Okay, this is your 0, starts from 0. This is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm doing it right now so that we don't have a problem afterwards. So we have entire sequence number over here of all the instructions. That's the way it is done. So it basically starts with the start program. Yeah, that's the first one. And over here, obviously, we have the first step, which is 1. Perfectly fine. Then why do we have 0? Because I told you that the first step, the first location is 0. So the relative address is your 0 right now. And that's your step 2. When we come to offset, you can see we have the offset over here. That's your offset. Talking about this one. So we're done with this one, we come to offset. If you look at offset, offset basically is your third step. So this is your third step, perfectly fine. But when you look at the relative address of offset, it can be unknown, but I could even write over here is 9. That sounds perfectly fine. So you can write over here is unknown, okay? For variables to be relative address, we can declare them as unknown as well, fine. So we can even write unknown, or we can even write 9 over here. So that's our fourth step. Then we come to value. As you can see over here is this is the value. And if you look, this is our fifth step, but the fifth, this will have a relative address of 14, or you can even write over here is unknown. Right? Then after that, you can see over here is that after the year, so as you can see over here is, first we had the start program, then we had the offset, then we had the value, and then we point out the address of the value, and then we have the end program. That's your end program. And in the end program, you can see over here is that our end program has 8 over here. Okay, and this was your 5, this was your 6th step, 7th step, and that's your 8th step. So this is the way it will be done. Okay, so done. The second one that we have to do is this one. Let me zoom in a bit. So we have the ASCII code for A is 41 in hexadecimal. Calculate the ASCII code in hexadecimal for Z, showing working. Well, obviously, what we can do is we can have over here is A, okay, and we can simply add 25 to it. Okay, now if we add 25 to it, the reason why is obviously if we want to go till Z, 26 letters, we will plus 25 will go to 26th one. So as they've told us that 41 in hexadecimal plus we will do is 25. But 25 needs to be converted in hexadecimal. And how can we do that? Well, if we want to convert this into hexadecimal, you can do this way. So you can write 25 here. That's your 16. 16 multiplied by 1, you get 16. You get is a remainder 9. So that's how we do it. So we can get is 19, 16, right? So we have 41 and 19. So in order to convert this, the best way will be you will do is 4 plus 1. Okay, sorry, 4 plus 1, 16, which is 5, right? And 19 will be 1 plus 9 in hexadecimal, which is 10. And you do know that 10 hexadecimal is basically A. So this will be 5A, right? So that's the way this working had to be done, right? And later on, you have this question over here. Obviously, in this particular part, you do know is that you have is an opcode and an operand. So you can see over here is that this ouch will basically have this this binary code. As you can see, it's displayed over here. And the hexadecimal value of this will be, this is C because this is 1, 2, 4, 8, 12, and 12 is C, and this is 7, so C7. So convert this into hexadecimal. Now we have to convert this J and E carry on. So in order to convert J and E, so if you can come over here and see over here is that over here, again, the same way. This is your 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's your 6th. This is the 6th address. Okay. So obviously, what you'll do is you can write over here is 6, and then you have to get obviously is the absolute address. So for JNP address, if you look at the address, you can refer to the previous table. So carry on over here, it has the absolute address of 8. Carry on, absolute address is 8. It's mentioned over here. So we'll have 68 over here. We'll have 68, right? So if you convert 68, let's see, 6 will be 0, 1, 1, 0, and 8 will be, let's see, it's 1, 0, 0, 0. That's in binary form, okay, right? And your A will be so 68, right? And before that, obviously J and E has the following. This is your binary opcode. So the binary opcode is, before this you have is 1, 1, 1, 0, and what was it? 0, 1, 1, 0. So I hope you can understand this. I've not made a lot of mess. So if I convert this into hexadecimal, obviously this is This is E. This is 6. This is 6 and this is 8. So it's E6, 6, 8. That's how you converted it. Right, hope you got it. Yeah. So that's how the second part had to be done. Okay, right. So I've discussed this one. I've discussed this one. I've discussed the other one. So if there are a few more questions, do let me know. We can discuss them. Okay, till then. Right. So I can just